Hi there, my name is Kang. I'm a part-time student librarian with the eBook Campus Library. Here, we're going to do a book review on Illustrated Textbook of Paediatrics, the 6th edition. It was published just last year in 2022, and it was written by Tom Lissauer and Will Carroll. So this is the web page that you can be presented with. It is on Elsevier's Clinical Key, one of the many online databases that the IMU Library has subscribed to. So on this web page, you would be mostly greeted by the table of contents, in which you can look each section that the textbook covers. So it covers it separates them by types of illnesses, as well as a general overview of pediatrics itself, as well as by systems afterwards, and any miscellaneous additional stuff that is technically still classified under pediatrics, but requires its own subdivision, for example, adult medicine. So let's go into the book itself. So for example, I've been looking at respiratory disorders, in particularly LRTIs, and they are very common in children itself. So it will go through some of the most common ones as well as the less common ones. You can take a look for each section by going through on the sidebar here to look through each of the different sections that is covered, the subsections. So for example, it covers bronchiolitis here itself, and then it gives us a little bit of intro, and then as it's an illustrated textbook, it has a lot of pictures included in here, and tables as well. So what I particularly like about Clinical Keys format is that it shows the text in a modified format, in which it is a one long scrolling motion with text and pictures occupying different lines of it, instead of a traditional book format of having the words on one side and then in the main line, and then having the pictures or tables by the side next to the text itself, which is rather clunky on a web page interface. And it goes through all the common things that is clinically relevant in the book itself. So for example, pneumonia, it just directly goes into the most common pathogens according to age groups, clinical features, and investigations itself on how to interpret radiological findings and which features to look out for. And then it gives a brief summary of the key highlights to take note of. And then there are also flowcharts given to help make things in a more simpler and easily digestible. And then as well as real-life pictures of the clinical features presented from the patient. There are also various kind of graphs scattered throughout the textbook itself. So for example, for this one, it is about the incidence of prevalence of wheezing according to types of illnesses and its age groups itself, to help illustrate information in different forms to make it easily digestible. In some cases, a graph is given, and for example, with this, it's a spirometry graph itself, and it does include various forms of graphics to help with making it more accessible and digestible, for one, and the second is to make it comprehensive, as it includes everything you would need in a clinical setting all in one book. for here, it includes management of asthma itself, so it includes some of the common drugs itself and for easy referencing. Again, what I like is that it includes further reading and references at the end of each section itself, so I don't have to go back and forth between different sections to just look for extra further reading information itself. And with that, that's about it for the book review section. And I would recommend this book generally to medical students and as well as generally medical students, but for nursing students as well, but that's to a much lesser extent. So generally, that's about all I have for this book review. So thank you very much for watching this video.